Okay. So, the other morning, I woke up, and yeah, it wasn't a good morning. So, about 6 o'clock, I'm getting up, and I can hear click, 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 and I'm going, oh no. I know that sound. I know it. I know it. So I come out, and there is the printer, and the side has given on the support on the right side of the helmet. I believe it was the right side. At this point, I immediately press pause. This thing's literally bending the plastic right up and around every time the nozzle goes over it. So I'm like, alright. I run into my studio and I bust into my part of scrap box from supports and whatnot, because I'm going to keep everything that we print, even the supports, and we'll be recycling the any of the prototype waste that we build up over the course of the next few months. But we we have this box, so I grab the pieces and I run back out, break a small piece off, and I go and I grab my snap-on torch. Now, when I was doing car audio, we did a lot of car audio theft situations where somebody had stolen a radio using force. They came in with a crowbar, they would have broken parts of the dash. So back when I did that, we had to learn a technique of repairing plastic, welding in new sides just so you have somewhere to mount a radio or a DIN chassis. So I grabbed my torch and I attached a small bit of black plastic to the PLA to the support top. I then grabbed my Iwata airbrush box and I just placed it on top of the print, forcing it to be as relatively flat as I could get it to stay. Positioned it kind of where it needed to be, and then I torched the bottom part of the PLA to bond to the bottom structure. So with, fingers crossed, I pressed play and, well, it looks like it succeeded. Thank goodness. So I am ready. I've been looking over this helmet as it printed. I mean, it didn't come out the greatest. There's the issue at the side, there's some shifting. I'm sure I could have probably printed this in a lot better way. I'm not a pro when it comes to 3D printing. That's not really my forte. My forte is design, and my forte is paint. So I'm sure we'll get better at making these, but when I have to make one, I'll definitely be bringing in a pro to get this thing all made up. But right now, for what the purposes I need of this helmet, this thing is absolutely perfect. So I've been looking at this helmet most of yesterday, and what I'm realizing is that this is actually going to work out fairly well. Now, I had anticipated putting electronics into this bucket, but I didn't really think about how I wanted that to work until I got this thing printed. Right? I like doing things in real world environment and making my changes, kind of how I was trained. But I'm going to be able to, if I'm able to pull off my design, I should be able to make this top part removable, as well as still be motor controlled, so it will lift up on my face and it will drop back down when I hit a button or give it the activation. And on top of that, I should be able to remove it so that in the future, if I want to modify the front face of this helmet in any way, I can completely do that and still be able to get this thing to move. Now, in order to do that, it seems like I'm going to have to build a secondary part that this will lock into, and I think I'm going to move the laser on this unit. I'm gonna move it to my secondary part. Like I said, we're not going for absolutely, you know, movie production here. This is a custom creation, and we're gonna have some fun. So I'm gonna move the laser pointer down and put it onto my unit, remove that, make that streamlined, and then what we're going to do at that point is we're going to have to add a couple things to this design to allow it to hinge properly. I'm gonna take you guys through how I do that. We've already designed up how the hinge is going to work. It's actually going to be beautiful, because when we're done, I'll be able to click this on and click it off, as well as it will still have the LED lighting on it, so I can still illuminate it. If I want to add some strip lighting to it or some LEDs, I can still do that. I'm not going to be limited, but I think we should be able to make this thing work just fine. There's a few tweaks I'm going to make to the design, I think. I want to try to make this a little bit durable as well. I mean, the original design has to go to a kid who's about 14, 15 years old. So his you know, wear and tear of it is going to be important over the lifetime. Now I may also want to build this for myself, because I mean, I think this project's going to be amazing when I'm done. So I'm going to be able to scale this up as well for full-size helmets. If you guys want one of those, please just, you know, send me a message, let me know, and I can start making plans for when they get to production. But I should be able to get this thing completely motorized. It should lift up and down. I think we're going to definitely go with the dreads. We are going to have to add some mini dreads to this. I am going to be using our friends at Sculpture Supply Canada for that. I use them for a lot of my mass production big format builds needs. They've got some amazing stuff for sculptors and designers. So check them out. I'm going to use their products quite a bit to make this happen, but I can see this thing going pretty well. It's I think it's a good design concept to start with, but we'll move up from here. So if you guys wanna follow along with that, follow us on our YouTube, hit that like, hit that subscribe. We are going to take you through the process. We're going to take you through the design. We're going to need to use Arduino for this. We're going to have to use a little bit of engineering, and I think a little bit of car audio skills, but we should be able to make this work. This will be a fun one. So anyway, we're going to get back to work, see if we can concept this and make this thing a reality. Update on Lauren. Lauren is designing a Krystal Fox from Star Fox. She's been working on that the last little bit. I'll have some updates as to her design and her model that she's designing. She's going to be making a fully designed collectible. If you guys are interested in checking that out, I will have some updates to come in the next few days. She's got the model design. She's fighting with the whole rigging. She wants to be able to animate the character and be able to move it around and do some things with it that are going to be fun. So she's going to be playing with that, and if you guys are interested in getting one of those as well, let us know. But anyway, back to work we go. Things are moving forward, and we're excited to see where this thing takes us. Out from the art den.